the pioneers of outlaw country, cowboys, lawmen, and outlaws, to the businessmen and women who all helped shape Demopolis and Hot Springs County, Wyoming. Here are their stories.
Pioneers of outlaw country. Hot Springs County was a remote area in central Wyoming, lawless and frequented by the hole-in-the-wall gang. In the late 1800s, there were no jails, many saloons, and widespread homesteads. There were numerous opportunities for the daring and enterprising businessmen, cattlemen, horse traders, store owners, saloon operators, farmers, coal miners, and oilmen. Healing hot water bubbled up from the ground. Nomadic tribes crossed the countryside, passing through on their way to summer and winter hunting grounds. Early tourists and patients braved the rugged stagecoach routes to visit the sanitariums and hospitals that were built in this distant land. As civilization slowly moved in, families survived the harsh winters in canvas tents and dugouts. Small ranchers and farmers carved out a living in the unforgiving landscape. Out of necessity, numerous families made friends with the outlaws of the region. Many of these men, branded as rustlers, were known to build their own herds from the maverick cows that had strayed from the land barons and large cattlemen association. In the 1920s, businesswoman Dora McGrath realized that these stories needed to be preserved and founded the Hot Springs County Pioneer Association with the dream of one day opening a museum. Early members of the association included former outlaws and lawmen, business owners, ranchers, and Shoshone and Arapaho tribal leaders. Today, the descendants of these early settlers remain in the region and are working together to preserve the history before it is lost. These are their stories.
Be sure to subscribe to Pioneers of Outlaw Country so you don't miss a single episode of this historic series. The stories of our pioneers were brought to you by the Hot Springs County Pioneer Association, and this podcast was supported in part by a grant from Wyoming Cultural Trust Fund, a program of the Department of State Parks and Cultural Resources. This is a production of Legend Rock Media.